black supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about how the humanization of your deities is how you reinforce your prison in this fourth dimensional world. It's how you reinforce the matrix as being the predominant reality. You actually block yourself out of the astral world, and you cannot travel, and you cannot transcend the situations and circumstances that are presented before you. A lot of deities have been sent to you. A lot of ancient beings, enlightened beings, spiritual beings, whatever you want to call it, avatars, Buddhas, Christ consciousness figures, saviors, they've been sent to you. And you instantly try to humanize them. That means only focus on the human aspect of them, or make the human aspects of them the dominant way in which you perceive them. So you don't have to deal with the spiritual information. You don't have to deal with the consciousness. You can't use them to escape from your own consciousness prison, because you lock them in the prison of your own consciousness. See, they're supposed to help you out. They're supposed to help you transcend. They're supposed to be your doorway or your gateway into the unlimited reality of existence. But what do? You humanize them. You only look at them from the perspective of the fourth dimensional world, and you try to lock them into the rules, the regulations, the social codes, the trends, the fads of this particular matrix that you are living in. You try to limit them and fit them into their reality and only perceive them from that context. And then you take how you have dealt with humans, how you have looked at humans, and you go ahead and you apply that to them completely, thus locking yourself in, not believing that there's nothing that really exists outside of your perpetual framework. So your reality is looping because you keep projecting the same energies even on that which is sent to actually help you out, to help you go beyond, to help you erase, to help you recreate, to help you be born again. Literally, your salvation. Sent here for you to be born again as a doorway for you to get out of your own karma, of your own entrapment in the Maya, in the matrix, in the realm of illusion. They sent to you, and what do? You snatch them into the cage of your limited perception, and then you lock the door, and you lock them in, and you lock yourself in eternally. Humanizing your deities, not realizing that what you're seeing as even being human is nothing but a program. It's nothing but a program that allows your mind to project the same types of contexts, the same types of narratives, the same types of circumstances to keep you trapped in the same type of dilemmas. So you project it, and then you re-experience it over and over again. And everything that comes into your cipher and comes into your space, you fit into that paradigm of the prison of your consciousness. You just assimilate it right on in, wherever that shows up. So you can't literally get out. You cannot escape. You have to stop humanizing the deities that come before you. Because by doing that, you're trapping yourself in humanness to the point where you cannot transcend, and you have to keep repeating these human situations, human experiences, and this human dynamic of an unlimited reality within unlimited worlds, universes, and cosmos. You're stuck in that human dynamic that you cannot go beyond. When your saviors come, you got to say, wait a minute, I got to step outside of the box of my perception to perceive this entity that is really coming outside of the perceptual framework, because I was looking for something else. I was looking for deliverance. I was looking to transcend. I was looking to go beyond the illusions. Now it shows up. Now let me step out. Not snatch the deity inside and lock it into Pandora's box, but let me step out. Let me go beyond the entrapment of my perception, of my mind, of my consciousness, of my perpetual thoughts, of the situations and thoughts and ideas that I continue to perpetuate. Let me start stepping out. Because what's more significant than even you humanizing the deity is you stepping out and going beyond the limitations and no longer repeating the type of thoughts and perspectives that keep creating the situations that you don't want to be in, that keeps creating pain and suffering in your life. That there is a perceptual framework that is creating those problems, that is creating the world that you're living in. And if you want to step outside of that, then you have to change your thoughts. You have to change your thought world. You have to change your consciousness. But that's going to be hard for you to do, since you've been thinking the way you've been thinking, perceiving the way you've been perceiving, and doing what you've been doing perpetually, over and over again, repeatedly. So you need something from outside to come inside of your experience in order to help you out. But once it comes to you in the manifestation of a true and living God, of a deity, of a guru, of an enlightened being, you can't go and humanize that entity and trap them within the perceptual framework of the negative experiences that you have projected, of the negative narratives. You can't go and lock them into that. You can't go and apply your misperception to them, because you're now you're going into Supermax. You're going into consciousness Supermax. When your saviors come and you lock your saviors in to your prison, there's no way you can get out. And that's what we've done as a society. That's what we've done as a collective. We've locked up our saviors. So now there's no way we can get out, because we've humanized them. And the main message was for you to recognize that you are an unlimited being. If they brought new culture, if they brought new religion, if they brought new understanding, if they brought new knowledge, the whole point of it was you to realize that you are an unlimited being. But you go and humanize them, persecute and prosecute them for being unlimited beings. When even if you didn't agree with them in the totality of everything they brought to you, you at least should have got the part where you're unlimited. And in your unlimitedness, you can create and manifest an unlimited reality. That you are not a prisoner. You're not locked in to a time reference. You're not locked in into somebody else's culture, somebody else's matrix, somebody else's systems, somebody else's corporations. That you are still an unlimited being. You still a God having a human experience. You still are unlimited. And this is what they were teaching you with what they brought. And you said no. You persecuted and prosecuted them for being unlimited beings. And you humanized them. You humanized your saviors. And then you wonder why you're still a slave. Why you're still trapped. Why you can't get out. Why things can't be different. Why the world won't change. Because you yourself cannot accept that which is beyond where humanity has descended to. You can't accept a different consciousness, a different idea, a different vision, a different way of being. You can't embrace that. You have to go and force and impose the old humanistic paradigm on even new energies that incarnate onto the planet. So we have to stop humanizing our deities. Either we want to be free, to ascend, and to reach the heights of heights in the knowingness that we can be the highest versions of our highest visions, or either we want to go on and continue to be complaining slaves. We want to be mad victims. We want to have problems that cannot be solved. We want to be pitiful. We want to suffer. We want to feel sorry for ourselves while we go ahead and continue to perpetuate the paradigms and the perceptions that create sorrow, that create negative feelings, that create negative emotions. We want to continue to contribute to those paradigms, but then we're mad that the world hasn't changed. If you want the world to change, you have to change. You have to let go of the humanistic reality that perpetuates the prison, that perpetuates the blocks, that creates the framework that maintains the contradictions that cause unhappiness, that cause pain and suffering for human beings. It's psychological. It exists within consciousness. You have to stop contributing to that consciousness. So when your deities come from outside of that, that's your opportunity. They are your vehicles to become unlimited beings. And that's what you should take from it. You shouldn't go and compare them to other human beings and compare them to human ideas and human limitations and lock them within time zones and time references and cultural frameworks and trends and fashions and social paradigms. You shouldn't lock them within that. They are your vehicles to ascend. They are time capsules. They are time machines where you can actually go beyond time. You can go beyond the humanistic paradigm that we live in and enter into a transcendental realm from where in which you can create. And all of our deities who have manifested in physical form have done this. But we can't use them and take from them as an opportunity to ascend. We have to humanize them and not see them as unlimited opportunity, but we must limit them. We must apply the limitations to them to reinforce the prison that we live in, that we claim that we want to escape. You can't get out unless somebody is already out. You don't even know what out is. So someone has to come from without in order to lead and guide you outside of it. Someone has to come from outside of it. Someone has to be outside of it. Someone has to be beyond it to lead you outside of it. But you so trapped inside of it that under your auspices of trying to align yourself with somebody who is outside of it and someone that is beyond it, you end up locking them into it, fitting them into it, measuring them to it, locking them into the old paradigm versus you stepping out. You have to stop humanizing your deities. They are your opportunity to go beyond being a human. They're your opportunity to be a true spiritual and enlightened being. Take advantage of that opportunity or stay a slave. The choice is yours. It's King Noble Black Supremacy, signing out.